Faze still with fantastic armors, with good position, can go far in this game. They've already made it to top 5, but enhanced aim with a squad in the middle of zone. How well can enhanced aim control the squads around them?
Yeah, they've been there this whole game and they've been doing good so far. Coming down to the last fight now, the teams on the top just want to force the other team off, either with a bang ult or with a wall placement or something else. We'll have to see what happens, but I have no doubts that one of the teams up top should win, unless it becomes really messy into like a 2v2 trade. We'll see here. The fight is coming up right now.
Faze use a nice zip line to just close the distance. I don't have to get too fancy just yet, but Nags, completely ignoring that directive, is going to move on to try and wipe out a squad. Does take out Falcons, could make it another as he's only taken 20 damage so far, and an enhanced aim just to melt, leaving Faze as the kings of the high ground as they get pushed. Forbidden Gaming recognized weakness. Can they now take out Faze, who are a duo? Nags is one, Nags is down, Faze are out, and Cybercats fight Golem on the low ground.
Definitely messy enough it was indeed. For Forbidden came in swinging and they just cleaned that up really clean. Like, the thing is that when you have a fight when the zone is ending like this, no downs can happen. You have to prioritize staying alive rather than winning the fight. However, they get punished, and that just shows proactiveness from Forbidden is great. However, Cybercats now in a tough spot.
Using the Pathfinder ultimate to set them up for a rotation onto high ground. Will they actually try and fight Forbidden? I don't really see this as possible. However, when Forbidden eventually do have to drop, who will end up winning the game? Golem and Cybercats are not interested in fighting each other. It's Forbidden that has to decide who they will engage with. Evac Tower on the low ground can stall that decision. They're thinking about it, and being smoked off doesn't give Forbidden a lot of choices. EMP is going to be critical. Out comes the Evac. Forbidden need to stay in the sky. EMP is going to find a little bit of purchase. Now where did Forbidden go?
Yeah, they're going up on the balloon. I'm not a fan of balloon plays in general. It is working now, thankfully, but this is scary. I'm not gonna lie. Dropping into this last fight.
Slap drops.
Can they clean it up?
Golem are down. It's just Forbidden and Cybercats, and it's all down to Abu as he drops into the middle of Cybercats, who eviscerate him. Claws out and all. Cybercats take game 1, and with really good play. Their 3v3s are looking clean this early into the LCQ. Team Listen got a little bit of a truck. Playing this small cover is going to be good. We've got a few seconds, but Graceful, there's not a lot of teams that really need to push out. Who actually has to move first here?
Team Listen has to move first for sure. The zone is pulling away from them. The only question is, do they have wall back? Did they pop ultex? If not, I think they're actually gonna go out there. We'll have to see, because unless they actually be into a floor, yeah, they got rolled.
Yeah, it did not look really good. A lot of teams looking at them. DMS, having just put down this nice Watson setup, we're going to lose all of it as the EMPs start to fly. With just 3 squads left, everything's incredibly close quarters. Atlas will have to be the next squad to take a little bit of space. They played those close quarters fights well, and now they start things off with a Newcastle wall.
Yeah, holding hands here, looking to triple swing stuff and just staying behind the wall. They shouldn't be going in there. Empire, however, has to move in. We'll have to see. Actually, the other team there made it a good play. DMS going on the opposite side of things, forcing... Yeah, they got eliminated regardless.
Atlas have taken 0 damage. Atlas are just fine in a massive play inside a Newcastle wall. It's easy cleanups for Thor and the rest of Atlas. Game 2 is theirs, and I'll be honest, Graceful, I didn't see anyone standing in their way.
Listen, we're looking at Cybercats right now. They have 7 kills. All of those 7 kills are on Arctic right now. Absolute insane gameplay out of him for this squad as they hold a really solid position with all of this space. They're able to use a Jenny behind the wall. I mean, they are set up so solidly right now, knowing Faze at the top with a duo. They could really just wait to try and third party this.
This is a problem, though. They lose that fence line, and they need to play it close to the wall. Micey, though, with a burden of hope here. It's going to be at least some recovery for now. Dodging out the Rolling Thunder for moments ahead allows potentially Arctic to survive, but is it enough time to force drops to occur on the edge of Mill?
This is all going to come down to timing, hopefully using those smokes. You can see that Silly's trying to look for Cybercats as they make their way move in. And Faze is still holding that roof. Will they drop down? The balloon play could potentially come out. This is in Silly's hands.
Really nice recovery, of course, off the wall. The pull has played so nicely for Silly's chances here. A couple of bombs will do nothing in the face of a mobile shit, especially now with both of your opponents down potentially to 2 here. Finally, with the recovery on the edge, Cybercats are taking low. Mao down to just the 1, trying to stick on the back behind the end, but is eliminated nonetheless. And from above, Nags hasn't even dropped, but he secures more than enough damage to spare when it comes to the duo Mozams. It's a win painted from the inside for the FaZe Clan.
It's full English right underneath Eternal that may be our next fight to kick off.
Yeah, full English should be dead here because they're in a spot where they should be getting shot from everyone. The moment Eternal starts looking at them, they should be getting shot at from under bridge as well. I'm a little bit confused why we haven't seen it earlier, but is this one of the things where they're not confident maybe? They should be playing space a lot earlier and cleaning out their side to play that area later on when the zone closes, because the zone is actually in their favor, but if they let them live, it's really bad for them.
An EMP right now would just obliterate full English's position. Unfortunately, Eternal are not running crypto, so they've got to wait for another team to give that to them, and that's not happening. A team like Cybercats has their own problems, focusing on Empire right now. It's Empire that takes a lot of damage on a rotation, running out of space to play. Ranches is looking for more kills, and he gets a knock. Sharp is going to fall down. Cybercats are continuing as a duo to pick up more and more kills.
Yeah, as a duo, nonetheless, they're not scared. They're double gold Mossies, double red, getting some kills here. One of them going down, though, is bad. Eternal managed to stay alive, not clean up the fight underneath them, however, but they are deathballing, making sure nobody goes down. But will we see a triple drop here is the question, and we do see the triple drop and clean up. Now they're the stacked team. I think they should be able to close this game out.
Sir Adele will fall. Full English are gone, and it's just Cybercats, just the singular player against Eternal, who deathballs super effectively, taking game 4 in style. Very nicely played by Eternal, who've moved themselves far up the leaderboards. Things look like they have all of the advantages are there for FaZe Clan. Triple reds on high ground, every loot box they can imagine, and now it is just a straight 3v3. Full English do find the rat. That kid community go down. I hear a Kraber shot ring out, though there is not purchase found with it. And Cinetic, who has been cleaning up squads moving into this final zone, has the chance to do it one more time to clutch things up for the team.
6 shots in the chamber, 6 opportunities to seal a successful fate, to pick up a win, to prove not just to the other rosters that you've hit match point, but that you've got the capabilities to walk home today with the win in that championship position. It's already a crack there, and that is the go button ahead, paired with the EMP, double Mozams in hand. Do they even have a response?
Looking for another Kraber shot. This one does not connect, but Cinetic's already done the damage. The advantage is already in the hands of FaZe Clan, as it is a 3v2. Nags is the one to clean things up and claim the win for FaZe Clan, their second today, and the one that puts them on match point.
This is a terrifying statistic that you've got to accept now here for anyone in our current last chance qualifier.
All right, this is it. Fat Kid community gonna have to make a move here. They do have 2 down below with 1 solo up there at safety. They're gonna be waiting this out, going for their heal off, trying to see what they can do. And you can see where we've got Forbidden waiting. FaZe has moved up onto the rock.
This is so bad for Fat Kid community. The zip itself might cause them the potential harm here. A 3v3, you have to wonder if they even get a shot if they take that zip up there. Survivability over on the other side. Do they actually have an extended period of time here to maybe wait this one out? If this is a bad fight, FaZe may not even get to heal for success.
This is going to be rough already. They lose Cinetic down to just a duo. FaZe trying to keep their eyes on both of these squads. Nags doing what he can, trying to wrap around without taking too much damage, but Forbidden is just waiting there between the ring and Forbidden. This is not looking good for FaZe. We're going to continue going with this series.
We've already made our way ahead here with the elimination of FaZe, taking it to match 7 down below. As surprising as it might be, they've got space to spare. Didn't even have to do a thing.
That's exactly what Fat Kid community was hoping for. They didn't need to zip up. They didn't need to go for that fight. They just needed to be patient. It was all about shutting down Faze Clan.
Somehow still alive. JMW actually creeping up on this right now. Could finish off that one member of Golem. And unfortunately, the knockdown shield is just going to turn into maybe a Moby for JMW. If it does, we could see a full team back. Oh my god. As long as he gets these banners, 10 seconds left on this banner. I think JMW is going to get it.
Oh my god, I can still win the game.
Oh my god. We still need the Moby to happen. Not a good place to put it right now. This is the last zone.
I'm a little bit confused. Should he put it that far down low or further up, I don't know.
I'm 50-50 on this. It is going to be extremely tight. Moby lands. JMW, remember, can set this off instantly. Golem are playing passive. Eternal are still up here, and Enhanced Aim are waiting as well. This respawn is going off. No one is looking at FaZe. Eternal are down.
It comes down to a 3v3v1, I believe, or is it no, it's a 3v3, and they get to 3p. I think FaZe can close this out.
They should be able to. Everyone's respawned with red armors. Yes, they're on low ground, but Golem and Enhanced Aim have to fight. Faze Clan could even move up the high ground. They're playing behind this rock right now, but you just wait for Enhanced Aim to drop. Instead, Faze do rock up, taking priority on these rocks. It's impossible for Enhanced Aim to take them out.
They actually get to triple this from down below because top team has to drop down soon as well. You see how they're not actually inting, they're just playing it slow. Now it comes down to a 3v3.
Golem go down, Enhanced Aim, drop next, goes down. It's JMW and Synetic. They could close this out now. Faze off the respawn, could do it. It's a singular knock, it's a double knock. JMW almost does it, and Enhanced Aim cut Faze short.
Faze definitely got cut down short. I believe Nags it was that went a little bit early. If they triple swung that cliffside where we saw Jake and I believe it was Synetic duo swinging, I think Faze would have taken it home. A little bit of premature right there, opener for FaZe, I believe, and they got punished. And I think that seeing this gameplay from them is actually crazy good that Falcons and the boys can close it out.
For Golem and Eternal, this is big returns. They're off of match point here. Empire just needs 2 points to cement themselves as well, and even 3DMX at 8 points apart from this one are in a great position to keep this one running. But well,
that's all right.
This one.
Golem were on match point anyway.
Okay.
So
okay.
Next game, they've got a chance. Eternal, much the same. If they go down here, well, they're on match point anyway. The way that they're playing, though, Eternal want to win this game. Eternal do not want to give up any bit of an advantage to the other teams, like 3D Max, who sit just below the match point threshold. Vushi, Yiku, 3D Max do go down. Eternal are in the last two squads. It's they and Empire that must face off. Both teams on match point. So now you're just looking for a little bit of extra cushioning moving into the next match. Empire is going to get a few knocks. Sherbert dipping out with the double Mozam's. Literally zero attachments on this, but it seems to be going Empire's way, as that will be enough to secure them a match 8 win. Empire put themselves on match point alongside Eternal and so many others in the course of this game. Golem managed to achieve it, Empire managed to achieve it, Eternal managed to achieve it, and that means, Zephyr, we have more than half of the teams in this lobby on match point.
Forbidden trying to do what they can from down below here. Definitely a rough spot to be in. Gonna see if they can grab some last minute. Rolling teams are out! Rolling teams are out! So no matter what happens at the end of this effort, we will have a winner.
It's all set in stone here, and it's massive because FaZe are still in this lobby. A win for FaZe is potentially a very scary situation for second. If anybody else wins, we know it's FaZe going forward here, but your chances could be potentially bolstered by points on the board as long as FaZe come out on top.
This zipline for FaZe is massive, able to go in and out whenever they need to, claim a little space, do some damage, push their way in if they want, and they decide they want to take it to the inside of the building. They do lose Synetic, but are able to take out full English, and now they own the inside.
Surprisingly, even with all of that, they get recovery off. Gold knockdown. Golem do not push in here. FaZe are in the interior. 3 squads remaining. Golem, Eternal, who have been here all game long, who now have the position in second place. Eternal, they need this.
This is crazy that Eternal have knocked GoNext and Forbidden out of that spot. FaZe Clan at the top with 104, and also at the top of this building. They have the inside. They're forced to start making their moves here. This is about to be the final fight.
Cinetic up top, the FaZe Clan right above. In the target range is Golem. It would take a miracle with the final shot of that Kraber to seal the deal, but we might already be looking at our top 2.
FaZe Clan are doing their best to really hold this one out. Looks like Golem's in a rough spot. They've got fantastic angles here for FaZe Clan with those Mozams.
They're out!
Work the Akimbos to clutch it up, and FaZe Clan win LCQ here for EMEA. Not only literally, but in the points as well, Zephyr. That performance was insane.
They were so close to pulling it off here just a little while ago. They had the chance, and finally, after 9 games, the most winning team, the most successful on the day, they pull it off.
But we're seeing the last zone closes, the final ring zone closes a lot slower than all the other zones. And yeah, it's a pressure of who still has util at this point. But as you can see on the other roof, but they're out first, they should have to move earlier. But if Scurry could maybe jump with POVs and then slam, EMP play comes.
What if Alp sends it? What if Alp sends it? He jumps in with the mobile shield. He knocks one. Blink is down. Oblivion, they are getting cooked as Stallions take the roof. Oblivion are down.
And they get the reset. No, they don't get the reset. They also getting engaged on by the team underneath the house. We'll have to see. They get the thirst and reset. They dropped off.
I can't believe that Most Hated gave that up. A little bit too much damage thrown at them, and now Most Hated are on the low ground, and Oblivion, who should have had the win, have given up their spot to Stallions. Again, #1 out of the winner's bracket yesterday, and in commanding position, not giving an inch, taking a mile in game 1.
Oh, now we're seeing Fury setting up with gas. They got their wall out. They're ready for the little stinker. Now, Stallions, however, they used a ton of util, but they still have 5 nades. Albralelli, no, 7 nades in his pocket right now.
That's way too many nades.
This could go in the way of Stallions.
This is crazy what we're seeing. Thuggets making their escape from the building. Wait for the little stinky. Circe holding this for now as Fury do jump into the ring. Unfortunately, Tech is going to go down. Fury start finding knocks. They go through the ring to do so, however, and will go down from the high ground. Stallions watch all this happen. Everyone beneath them getting cooked in the gas in the ring, and Stallions look over it all. Stallions keep their #1 spot from yesterday. They are unstoppable in the LCQ.
They are great, don't get me wrong, but what is this zone, man? If it's still in, ends on the blue box, they get free reign on both sides of the fences. Ambralelli, Scurry, and Crook cleaning up house.
Ape Gang have free shots on it. Most Hated can pressure pretty willy-nilly. But Ape Gang, they've got a bit of a different focus. They're thinking about how to win the game, and sitting dead center of zone, that can be a little bit difficult. Most Hated will be finding, looks like, another squad wipe soon, but they do lose Dynastied. So Tech has to go on the res, almost manages to pull it off before going down themselves. And another gold knockdown. This team never runs out. They've got gold knockdowns on gold knockdowns. Well, they finally run out of a little bit of luck as Ape Gang start to send members over to check on them.
I think that actually saved Most Hated by Blurple, the biggest I've ever seen. They were about to decide if whether or not we're gonna wipe aside, and then they got shot on in the back and decided to not do it. Most Hated all up again with the gold rests and even loot now. Zone isn't too far off of them, and they also have the stairs to play. We'll have to see if they still have their utils, because that fight was pretty chaotic.
There are an incredible amount of gold knockdowns that have already been used by Most Hated. Most Hated, who now are climbing onto Ape Gang. This mobile shield saving them from the bang ult. There will be a clash of these squads. Do Ape Gang know what's happening? As Tech rounds the corner, a lot gets thrown at them. Laser somehow alive as an ult goes down, buying Most Hated just a bit of time. It's cover on cover as this catwall is about to fall. Gold knockdown shield for Tech. almost goes down to zone. Still a might as Tech on 25 HP is being held up by Dynasty. Somehow, some way, most hated are alive as Tech goes down.
That was definitely rough watching, but we'll have to see though. They actually managed to push 8gang away from them, I believe. Most hated gets eliminated though. Weave coming up on top from the outside. All three up still. Blasting and getting it down here.
8gang go down. It's Weave and Blurple. These two squads that came in for the third party on to 8gang and most hated. And Weave make it happen in a clean fashion in the second game on World's Edge. That was just a masterclass in nearly passive gameplay. Weave didn't do a lot. They sat back, they let the other teams fight, they cleaned up the mess.
Like you said, Oblivion trying to figure out how they want to play this one out. Having held here for so long, they'll definitely be at a slight disadvantage compared to some of those other teams who were able to fight through, get that additional loot, that additional Evo charged up. Stallions looking for that final KP. Are they going to be able to clean that up? Al?
At this point, you might as well just go for the full send there if you know you can confirm it. But with wall down and FSC eliminated in the hands of Blink there, Stallions are able now, finally, not off of the KP, but their placement alone to be our first match point squad. They'll get climbed up on, though, almost immediately with teams forced to exit the building. A quick zip on the other side, and Alp sliding through, since Lost Donuts out of here, as they've got to take an EMP, and they've got to make a drop here.
Stallions have done exactly what they needed to do to get to the point they wanted to get it. As that comes through, 5-star on the low ground gets eliminated by Thuggets, who have moved in as well. It's all down to Oblivion, Stallions, and Thuggets. And as Stallions drops down to take the fight here with Oblivion, it could be in the hands of Thuggets, a potentially third party here. You see Blinks are trying to move around and survive here. This, with these Mozams, able to do a lot of damage, and somehow Oblivion able to survive. They could just drop straight down on the last squad.
Blinkstone reads low on the health. Nano taking a bit of damage on that shield. Doesn't bode well for this next drop. A mobile shield, but they will dance around. Makes Oblivion's job twice as hard here. Even still, Reeds will try to stick it out. Gold revive the knock. He doesn't survive the health, and the Thuggets from below take the win.
I cannot believe that is how that just played out in that moment.
4 squads left. KCP retain high ground. Busters start to throw in a few shots, but can't close the gap. And Pioneers wisely smoke out this angle, giving themselves a chance to reset. Board may be able to do the same on the low ground, but hiding behind AO's gold shield, there's not a lot of maneuverability here. MJ, somehow safe in this corner, faces off against KCP as the Catalyst wall divides them. And MJ looks for a few more shots, forces at the mobile shield. Wizard coin goes down. It's just one member left for Board. MJ hiding in between these walls on Bangalore is doing work for the team as Pioneers get a gold knockdown res.
Pioneers actually got flanked by Oblivion, but they returned the fire and won the fight? I cannot believe this.
And Busters wrap around on this. Pioneers go down. It's the Busters that clean them up. Oblivion now being inherited as well. They go down, and it's Busters versus Board. Busters who take down the duo and find a win in Game 4.
Definitely. Busters, I think, played a little bit low-key going through on the mid-game right there.
This is good. 5 points to separate them and ahead. Just even the placement alone would be enough to seal the deal. An EMP that you have to try to escape from there ultimately does successfully work out for it. Now, most hated are more than happy to play cleanup crew from above.
But they get taken down. Dynasty ends up falling. Lasers got to clutch things up from the high ground, and it gives just enough time for Oblivion to swoop on in. Oblivion, who are top 3, looking for match point. And behind them, Thuggets, who can come in for the third party. Somebody's going to match point. Somebody's making it work. Oblivion needed to be them at 49 points. They'll go down to Thuggets. And both Oblivion and Thuggets make it to match point.
In the end, it's not even final fights that matter here with our winning squad. It's the intricacies of how our points stack up. A huge congratulations to the Thuggets.
ICBM definitely trying to look down on Stallions and see if they can maybe take them out of this competition as they're holding the roof here. Pioneers still alone on that western side as the circle is beginning to shrink in. The smokes are out trying to block that vision. The wall is down. This is it, Zephyr.
EMP brought out early here. The Kansas City Pioneers moving in on the other side. They've set up a wall, but that building from height above does make it difficult to survive cleanly. Now, from everyone dropping down here, I can't imagine the Stallions survive. ICBM are more than happy to lay it in, even with the golden P2020s.
Did not think I'd see that here in this late game, but we've got teams dropping like flies as ICBM do what they can from height. This is just scary.
River, it's as fast as you can click here in these final moments. It sends it down like John Wick from above to fight it out in the final moments to take the win here in Game 6 and keep us going.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Because they can't. It's because of the fact that there's too many teams, even if they want to. So, yeah, it's definitely gonna be rough.
Trevstacks with an R99, a sharp contrast to what has made Trevstacks famous to so many. He's put down the snipers for now, picked up the crypto, and is serving with it. This is Thuggets, who should have been dead at this point. Maybe taking out FSC, certainly a part of FSC, who are trapped in the corner. Board sitting right next to them as well. 8 seconds left on this zone close. Oblivion certainly in a good spot to close things out if they had 3 members, but they don't. With Reeds down, they need to get a clutch res in an end game to really be able to take this match point and convert it into a ticket to Japan.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough because there's teams down below, there's teams on the opposite side, and there's teams inside. Rest or not, I'm not sure how they can survive without the Newcastle walking forward. But, yeah.
Unfortunately for Thuggets, there's just no way forward. They don't have things like mobility with the Pathfinder to get them into zone. The Busters, who have been sat on low ground for so long, are gonna have to deal with this. This ring will never stop closing. There is no way out for the Busters. No way out but up and into a fight. 3 squads left. Busters, Oblivion, and Stallions that could end this. The Lost Donuts have gone down. Almost half of our teams are on match point.
Yeah, Oblivion been playing really great though as a duo. I'm not gonna lie. They're so lucky that every other team is fighting on the west side right now, so they might actually be able to hold this. However, there is a team right underneath their platform, like literally 5 meters away from them. But as it seems right now, everybody else is congesting on the western side, seeing Stallions going into the fight right now.
This is bad. This is not a good spot for Stallions. The bottom of their shield expires. ICBM to go down. Stallions get a shield swap. Albrulele is going to have to take out Oblivion. Going to have to unseat them somehow. Throw out some nades. Do something. Albrulele takes matters into his own grapple. Jumps on board. He evicts Oblivion. Busters are down. Oblivion jumped down to the low ground. And suddenly, Stallions are the last squad left on match point.
Stallions should be winning this because the zone actually ends on top of them.
They've got it.
They just need to look down and they win this game for free.
3 teams left and Stallions large and in charge from the very beginning. They won our first game and they are going to win our last. Double Mozams in the hand of Albrulele and Stallions come out on top. The LCQ and a trip to Japan is theirs.
I think we talked about them the whole time because they hit match points so fast that could they close this out? And indeed they could. They've broken the curse that many teams have gone through of hitting match point early to being able to close it out super solidly. And honestly, I'm a little bit sad I couldn't see exactly how they fought on the western side because there was 5 teams on their side that they actually mobbed and then they still wiped forward and then they pushed off the duo from height and that secured them the win. That's just textbook gameplay, really.